Hello everyone, welcome back to Tech for Teens. I'm going to be your instructor for today. My name is Jagis. And today we'll be kind of reviewing one of our previous lessons, lesson 2, but we're also going to be going more in depth and using advanced HTML elements. So our agenda for today's lesson is reviewing what you learned from lesson 2 first, because that's your building blocks to build off of. And then we're going to be introducing new elements such as adding images, links, and other forms of media onto your web page to make it look more appetizing for someone who's coming to look on your website. At the end, we'll have some challenges for you to do to mess around, see what you can do, see if you can build on what you've already known. If you haven't already, please go watch the other lessons. It'll help you tremendously if you don't understand what you're doing. If you get lost, the other videos should cover it. And if you have any questions, remember, you can always ask below, ask questions, and one of our instructors will get to you. So for now, the questions you have to be able to answer is, what is an HTML? How can you use it? And then the second one you have to be able to answer is, how do you create and maintain a web page with just code? If you're faced with ever like having to deal with a blank JavaScript and you have to create your own code, can you do that now? By the end of this course, you should be well on your way to be able to create your own web pages and use them for your own.
12 seconds later.
Alright, so you're at Khan Academy, so you're just going to scroll down, come back to computer programming. We're going to go right back to new web page. So we're back, we have your new web page. We're going to title your project. It's only going to change the title here, so put lesson 4. I don't like the number 4, but we're going to make our divisions so our code looks nice and pretty. Div, take that, Control X, boom. Hello, bro. Oh, whoops, I put that in the wrong spot. So that's why you gotta be careful with your code, because I'm an idiot. So now you have your body text, you have all this. So let's start making a website. Let's say you want to teach someone something. So we want to make a heading, H1. How to, let's say, be a good student. As if the text wasn't giving enough hint. But like, you know how to do this, you know how to make a heading, but like, you're struggling to make it separated. It's harder to separate this from your paragraphs, right? Because you want this to be the big part, like up here with Khan Academy. You want that there, right? So to add a simple barrier, you must just put HR after your line, and boom, you get that. You get to have the barrier. And now you can do whatever you want. P, to be a good student, you must follow these steps. And then in lesson 2, you learned how to do lists, correct? So you put UL, LI. Step 1, you have to study. But firstly, this doesn't look so appetizing, right? And you don't want to make another heading. You can, but if you don't want to, and you just want to make this stop pop out, you like the size of this, then you can just do this. So you have your text here. You want to bold it. So you just got to put strong. This command will allow you to bold your text and allow you for it to be visible. Did I forget the /p? I did. There you go, look. So it simply bolds it, and then you have a bolded text that looks a lot better. But now you want to italicize this to make it look more appealing. All you got to do for italicization is either you can do EM or just I. I, and then slash I. And then you must make sure when you finish it, you must end off with the slash li, so the text knows where to go. So the computer knows what to read it. And Mr. Boogerman doesn't do anything. And boom, you have that italicized. But something still seems wrong. You gotta add an image, right? You gotta make sure it looks good. But you can, but like, how do you do that? You can't just import an image like you do in Google Docs. You gotta put this image source equals quotation marks, and then you can just add an image. Let's say, so we're wanting to be a good student. Let's find a good student guy. Looks like a good student. So now you have this, but then you must make sure you add that. You must close off the text so it doesn't cause an error and Mr. Boogerman gets mad. But boom, we have a good student here. But now you think there's too many words here. You don't want to have the step 1, you don't want to do step 2. How do I fix that? To do that, all you gotta do is simply just change UL to OL. But why? Why does this work? So now you don't need step 1. But why does that simply just add a number? Well, OL refers to ordered list, while UL refers to unordered list, which should have been covered in lesson 2. Aside from that, there are many other ways to customize your website. Please take some time to mess around, see how you enjoy it. So, hope that was enough time for you to finick around. But now you're bored and it still doesn't look right. Let's go ahead and delete all of this and start a new paragraph. So let's start with the P. And let me show you how to color your text. So we have text, yada da 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 da. Now, how would one go around about coloring this text? I will be showing you guys how to use style, which uses a whole new link. It's still in the HTML format, but it uses CSS, which is cascading style sheets, right? And sorry, but as it's style sheets, so that's why there's style here, but it's a different format compared to HTML. This allows you to customize what like portion of the thing you're on. So let's say you have a paragraph here, correct? So we're gonna have our P. So instead of putting P like that, we're just gonna make sure P is isolated like this. And then we're just gonna add a semi, we're gonna add a squiggly bracket, and then we're gonna add another squiggly bracket because it doesn't fill, and then we just press enter. And now you're here. And then from there, you must just, since you're changing the color, all you gotta do is color, colon, and then you have the semicolon randomly pull up, right? Khan Academy will automatically do that for you. So for this, let's say I want to make it red, or blue, or yellow, or green. I like green. So there, that's simple, right? But what if you want to like a specific color, like your favorite color just happens to be bubblegum pink for some really weird reason? And if it is, all it is just you taking this, putting in a hashtag, and you having to find the hexadecimal color or the code for it. In this case, it would be, which, that doesn't look like that, does it? It does. So now that you know how to use your hexadecimal and how to make your text look good, how does it work with your website, right? Let's go back to our website, or our little, let's go back a bit, just a little bit, give it a sec. Yeah, let's go back here. How would you go around defining your list? Simply, you can just go here, style, and then li. It won't be p since you're using list. And then you'll be putting squiggly, squiggly, enter, color, hashtag bubblegum pink, and boom, it starts highlighting it and coloring your portion of your text. So what I want you all to be able to do, and I have a little challenge for you, is create a little recipe book. Create a recipe book and just have elements in ordered pairs and unordered lists. And so first have a recipe with your ordered list, and then find some of your favorite recipes and put them in an unordered list below, and separate the two with your dividend line, which is your HR, to make it a lot more pleasing. These tags will all make sense and will help you further on through your computer programming world and adventures. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But you can do so much more with JavaScript. That includes, well, once we delve in more, you'll be able to create a more in-depth website to make it look like the one we're on right now, which is Khan Academy. Maybe eventually you'll make the next Khan Academy, you know? So I'll give you all some time to work on your challenge. And for better results on your papers and on your websites, if you want to highlight a whole segment, you can simply put, let's say you want to do your header as well, h1, comma, and boom, it changes that too. Or body, comma. All you got to do is add commas and add what you're defining, and you'll be able to focus on and change the color of anything on your paper. This will make it so much easier to highlight and show off your website. Before I let you off the hook, I wanted to show you guys one more thing before I let you all start your own little challenge, is the span function. So you have your color, you have your style, and you only want to highlight a portion of it. So let's say you want to only highlight the have and this line. So let's say all you got to do is span. You got to get its, take this, and you only want the have. Whoops. So you have your other span, and then you put your backspan, and then for that you got to do another style, and then span, bracket, color, green, and boom, you can highlight a specific portion of your text. You want to make sure that this is also bolded. Just go in there, make sure it's with the sandwich. You have to make sure you have a sandwich so you don't have like covered. You don't want to make it to where you have bun, meat, bun. You want that, but you don't want it to have meat, bun, meat, bun. You don't want that. So first, you got to make sure you want to make this bold, so strong. And then you have to end it here, so make sure it's outside of the span since it's already there. Strong. And then I forgot the backspace because I'm an idiot. And that will highlight that, and it will also make it bolded. So whenever you're thinking of adding layers to a portion of text, don't put it all in one line and expect it all to. Make sure you break it up. So we have span on the inside here, and on the inside of that on the outside of that is strong, but on the outside of that is italicized, and on the outside of that is a list. This will allow you to full on build out your thing or your code and have a better control of your HTML. Through that, you can make better, clearer websites. So now it's time for your challenge. As stated before, you'll be making a recipe, and you're going to separate it at the end with, you're going to start it off with your ordered list on the steps, and then you're going to separate it with your line, and then give your sources for that list. in an unordered list and make it look pretty and just have fun with it. That's all that matters, is just you enjoy your time and have fun with it. Alright, I hope you were able to come up with your own way to create a website for recipes and stuff. This is kind of what I got with the limited time I have, but I'm sure yours is much better, and I hope that you continue pursuing computer sciences and learning HTML. Thank you for watching today's video, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye!